How y'all doing?
That was a quick start.
Hey.
I was in the middle of texting.
That was pretty important. Huh?
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of important,
Yeah.
you're winding up your the training season here.
I wish. I
Yeah?
think I have 3 weeks left.
Do you?
Yeah.
Got some flagger training coming up for last minute flagger training. You got some TCT stuff.
Yeah.
You got an OSHA class.
Just came home from Newport doing an OSHA class. I'm exhausted. I know everybody will laugh at me because my job is nothing compared to their contractors' jobs.
Yeah.
But talking to groups of people just drains my energy.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I know it is because
You've done it for
you've never put anything away since you got here.
No.
Still all just hanging out.
The problem,
God only knows.
you know, my mom would love to talk to you about that because I've been
These bolts that
I've been
waiting.
yelled at for my entire life because my mom always says, you've got to limit the amount of space you give me because no matter what space I'm in, I'm a spreader outer.
Yeah, you
so
are.
I just tend to leave shit
I
everywhere.
agree.
But the thing is, I'll know where it all is. It's just, if I've got an office this size, I'm going to spread my stuff around.
Yeah. But speaking of spreader outers,
Yeah.
as long as we're on that subject.
What, being organized?
No, being just spreading out.
Yeah.
We have been very lucky when it comes to MSHA inspections that they didn't spread out across the mine site. It's always been very contained to what are you doing, how are you doing it, and what's going on.
We have come to expect the inspection.
Yeah.
Dare I say. We kind of know what gets talked about. We kind of know what to have in order. Okay, we haven't seen MSHA yet. We know they're coming. Let's make sure we have our what do you want to say? Dot your I's and cross your T's?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But it's kind of been a lackadaisical approach.
I would agree.
We have a new group of inspectors coming into Vermont for MSHA right now.
We do.
And that new group is caught up on, they're actually coming out of the south.
Yep.
They're Kentucky, Tennessee, that whole area, coal mines, big mines, and they're trying to put in place the big mine compliance pieces that into our sand and gravel pits.
I would say paperwork expectations
Yeah, that's
have-
kind of where they're headed.
have greatly increased. For years, I wouldn't say we got like a hall pass, but they definitely weren't asking for all of the paperwork that is getting asked about now. I mean, a couple of the operators that we talked to have said,
This week alone,
what do you say?
all over the place.
We've been doing this.
Bang, bang, bang.
We've been doing this for 20 years, and we've never been asked for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're getting to. So, and we talked about it a bit in some of our MSHAs. If you had the ability to come to one of ours this year, we talked about how paperwork's going to be a big deal. But I mean, what you did recently, the email you sent out was great because it highlighted.
So you should look for the email and forget
You should,
this.
but you highlighted.
Look for the email. Don't listen to us anymore.
No, because that will bring our viewership down. Although
We're supposed to say hi to Lisa.
No.
Lisa, hi. Don't forget to say hi to Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. I'm also going to give a shout out to my friend Sam, who likes to watch these now and torment me.
But this week alone, we had multiple inspections, and during those multiple inspections, everything you and Tim were talking about in your training when it came to paper was they're asking for training records, new miners, annual refresher. Task training was huge this
First aid.
Equipment condition. They were even crawling under them and checking frames on equipment.
What else? We have
backup alarms.
Contractor lists of all your contractors working inside your pit. So like your Pete's Tire, your Marshall Tire Group,
So contractor ID.
Yeah, your Milton Cat. You need to have a list of the people that are working on your mine site.
And documentation that they've been site-specific trained.
The site-specific training piece is huge. I would say probably your seatbelt stuff, your surface mobile equipment, 911 numbers posted, and I believe
You just talked posted though. This should all be available right there on some sort of thing.
100%.
As well as if you don't give every one of your miners that AGC training plan and
Right.
book and everything, then you better have that training plan posted.
Yeah, this is not, I mean, they're looking for it to be, this is not, let me grab it from the office. They are expecting this stuff to be on site, from my understanding.
And it doesn't matter if you're operating a quarry, a burrow pit, crushing, going from place to place to place,
Right.
or contract to perform work on the mine, even if you're in there temporarily.
Fire extinguisher,
Your,
monthly and annual records.
You're in MSHA's enforcement window.
Yeah, and we had this brought up the other day too. Someone said, you know, you guys spend a lot of time walking people through how to deal with an OSHA inspection. We should do that for an MSHA inspection too. And yes, they're very similar in terms of how we should carry ourselves, but I think the main thing is like, you can't, yeah, I mean, sure. But you see that.
Now you're making excuses.
No, you see it at the office too, where when you have someone that works like me with Richard, there are certain things where I go, oh, Richard will take care of that, it's fine, I don't need to worry about it. And then what happens when Richard's not here this day? I'm because my entire time...
I'm gone for 2 weeks. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. The entire time I've spent saying, Richard handles that, Richard handles that. Well, at some point, he's not going to be here. So if you say, my boss handles... No, not like that. No, I don't want you to die. If I say Richard handles inspections, the boss man always has Richard do it. Okay, well, Richard's gone. So it's me and 3 people at a mine site. Are you going to know what to do? And so we do talk about this in some of our MSHA pieces, but it's like everybody on the mine site should understand, like, this is not a, oh, so-and-so deals with it. This is.
So let's take the pucker factor out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
Okay.
a normal person, just like you. They aren't there to, you know, they're not going to fire you. They just want to know what's going on. They want to do their inspection, and you should be there to help and assist your company.
And so number 1, you should always greet the inspector cordially.
Yes.
Say hi, offer them a cup of coffee, be nice, right?
Definitely be nice.
And
Which I
then-
think as Vermonters, we're very nice.
Unless they come from Kentucky. We don't like people from Kentucky.
I've heard good things about the people from Kentucky, so
Yeah,
don't start this.
We don't like Kentucky.
No,
guys.
I love Kentucky. I love every state. Maybe not Connecticut, but I like every state. That's a joke, by the way, because my girlfriend's from Connecticut and she'll be watching this. I think
But
you have
if
to
you
understand.
If
Yeah.
you're going to be set up and ready,
Yeah.
let's verify and make them accessible so everybody knows where they are. The training records. That'd be number 1. Have those friggin' training records so that everybody knows where they are, so there's no stuttering saying, oh, I'm not sure,
Yeah.
let me check.
Or that's the office's job.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that the training record is yours. You own that. It is your responsibility. Like, that's just as much your responsibility as it is the office's. I think a lot of the blame or a lot of the, we rely heavily on the office, but like, what are you gonna do if you don't have cell service in the think to yourself or ask yourself, am I prepared to talk to an MSHA inspector if I'm alone in the pit? And if you can't say, yeah, I'm ready, then, you know, I guess pay more attention to our MSHA class.
And then
I'm just-
ensure your equipment is inspected.
Yeah.
And document that daily.
Yeah.
Your workplace exam, make sure you have one of those.
100%.
Make sure you correct any guarding or maintenance issues that are out there.
Yep.
Put that on a piece of paper. Guard was missing. We fixed this. And then make sure within your crew that everybody's been site-specific trained.
And know that they
there's
have.
documentation for that.
Nothing is more
man.
frustrating to an operator than spending thousands of dollars to have their employees trained and then have their employees not even know that they've been trained. So when they're asked, have you been trained in HASCOM? And they go, I don't know. What's that? You know, there's nothing more annoying to an operator to say, well, I just spent $100 for them to go to an MSHA and we've done all this training and I can't get them to remember it. Like, this is 100% part of your job, and it's important to try to say, okay, these are the questions I'm gonna have to answer because this is what is expected of me as a trained miner.
And let's confirm all our supervisors know how to interact with inspectors one more time.
I just curl up in the ball and hide in the dump truck. Yeah.
Climb up on the loader and just wait.
Yeah.
But we got to have some interaction if we want these things to go smoothly. You got to be able to say hi, how you doing?
You're the best one because you usually make them laugh right away, and you get the tone. You get the vibe normal.
Yeah.
Which, for you, that's your usual tactic is let's get people laughing and talking, which works like 85% of the time until you run into like the one who doesn't think anything's funny.
Yeah. Doesn't want to laugh and joke.
No, I mean, you got me really nervous this year at Skills when we went to the base. And what the fuck are you joking about?
It was the pizza thing.
Yeah, no, but you got me worried. But I think it's something to take from that. It's just another day. They're just doing their job. We're doing ours. It's like getting pulled over. I typically go like this when I get pulled over. Let me grab my wallet.
I tend to go, so, yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
Have you seen those? The wallet holsters?
Yeah.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
But one more time, just kind of wrap this around. Make sure you're doing workplace exams, pre-shift inspections, and documenting them. The fire extinguisher training was a big one twice this week.
What's our fire training? Who's been training how to deal with a fire on a piece of equipment? What do we do? What's your
having
practice?
The phone numbers posted, and it's not just 911. The guys down south want to see the number for the hospital posted.
And they want your local EMTs to know where your pit is.
And if they're going to respond to a mine site.
Right. If that's something they want to do. Are they okay with doing that? And this is not us making a joke. That was literally asked by an MSHA inspectors. Is your hospital willing to perform work at your pit? And they were like, what the hell are you talking about?
So, be prepared.
They're coming.
Get ready. They are coming. And they're coming full force and asking and pushing all these other things out.
And I will add, if you are feeling lost in this world and need help, Richard and I would 100%.
But I'm gone for 2 weeks, so call Ben.
Oh, are our vacations overlapping?
Just
so you know, if you guys try to come to the office while he's gone, there's not going to be a single person here. We're going on vacation too.
But call the office, 802-223-2374. I know we got some more MSHA training coming up. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. But if you need help, we're here for you. Feel free to let us know. And
if you're thinking about becoming a member, let us know too. I'd love to tell you what we can offer you. And
Ben's on his member hunt. He's short on his quota this month.
Yeah, Richard said he's taking away my allowance in my car, and I'm pretty good. I've made up to $15 a week, which is pretty good. He told me that's like the highest in the state for my position. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Tip him.
Yeah, imagine.
Do we have tips here? What the hell's going on with this whole tipping thing?
A little MSHA. Wait, what do they call it in church when they walk around with the money bowl?
Yeah.
What do they call that?
I don't know.
In church when they walk around.
I know what you're talking about.
I should start doing that at my MSHAs and walk around and go.
When I went to church, they had the basket with a long handle so they could pass it all the way down the aisle. Well, thank you,
and also, because it helps us, if you have an inspection, let us know what they were asking for. If there was something weird.
Let us know when they arrive. We might be able to spread the word.
No, but I'm serious. If you have something that's going on in inspection, tell us so we can say, all right, they're asking for this now, and we can help out everybody else. Because that's how we find these things out, is unless that operator had told us, hey, let people know they're looking for this, we wouldn't have been able to do this video today.
Right. That helps.
That was a 7.3 power stroke, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch up next week. Again, Lisa, thanks for watching these things. That is super.
Thank you, Lisa. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Yeah.
Who's Lisa?
I have no clue. I was down at Depot the other day.
Yeah.
And this girl came in and said, I watch your videos all the time.
I think we need to stop the videos because I'm getting recognized too, and it's I don't want to be recognized.
Watch your videos all the time.
No, I want to be I want nobody to know who I am. I want to blend in with the crowd, and I think
You hang out with the wrong folks.
I hang out with the wrong folks.
Thank you all. Have a good day, good week, and we'll catch you next week. Bye now.